Hello and welcome back to another Division video. This is your weekly HVT reset, and this will be the rewards that I did get from them. Uh, Now, I've put up two other videos previously last 2 weeks, and over time it looks like it's gradually getting noticed a little bit better. People are enjoying it, they like it, and I'm going to continue to do this until, people just aren't interested. Now, these are my rewards from the weekly HVTs. Um, Now, I only show you what I consider to be pretty good. It ain't going to be something that ain't that great. It's going to be pretty good drops. Now, I do also count from my caches that I do get. Uh, Now, but about 95% of the time, there's nothing that comes out of those. And if they do, then I will let you know what came out of them. But last week, I don't remember us having a lot of guns that was pretty good. But this week, we got some decent rolls on guns and got some other items too. And I'll just show you that I do have them all completed. This is all the weeklies. Just got done with them. Now, I do my weekly HVTs on Friday as soon as I can. That's when they do reset. I believe it's Thursday night, Friday morning, somewhere in that vicinity. But the thing about it is, this isn't posted until the Monday after Friday. So um, that's how I do mine. And I do my daily HVTs sometimes, but I haven't been doing them a lot here lately because I've been trying to grind to get one certain piece that I'm looking for, and I just haven't got time to do them right now. So I'm trying to get other activities doing them, trying to do legendaries and things like that in order to be able to get the pieces that I want. I know that they can drop in any area, but I feel like legendaries you get a better chance of getting what you want. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started, showing off what I've got. And this week we did get a black market RPK 74E with a 13% damage to target out of cover, and with the talents of Sustain, Swift, and Determine. Now, I have not rolled any of these or put mods in them or anything. The reason why I think these are good because either one, the percentage off of the gun is going to be pretty decent and high, or the talents are going to be pretty good. Usually I need both before I really show something. That goes for my gear too. Like this one's a 13%, and that's pretty good. And the talents is Sustain, Swift, and Determine. Reloading with a LMG is always going to be long, so you kind of want them to be high. And with this one, it's a pretty good LMG. The black market RPK is so. I would more than likely roll the Determine just because that'd be something I'd roll off of it more than likely. All right, and we got a military L86 LSW with a 13% damage to target out of cover, with talents of Sustained, Accurate, and Competent. I would more than likely get rid of Competent or Accurate. We got a military M870 with a 336.5 stagger shotgun with Trained, Brutal, and Unforgiven. I'd more than likely get rid of Trained if I had to out of any of those. We got a military MK46 with a 15% damage to target out of cover. I don't know if the percentage right there is higher than 15%, but that's the highest I've seen. Now, I don't collect LMGs a lot, but I believe Lone Star or one of them, I can't remember, one of the gear sets has it to where there's 8% LMG damage, so I will be building that set. I'm already in the process of building it. But that's a 15%, and then we got Ferocious, Self-Preserved, and Dominant. I would probably roll Dominant. And we got a Tactical AUG A3P, a 22.5%. I think the highest is maybe 23%, but I'm pretty sure all I've seen is 22.5. Excuse me. But then again, leave it in the comments if it's higher, because that'll let me know a little bit more. Now it's got Determined, Deadly, and Fierce. I'd more likely be getting rid of Determined. And we got a Tactical Super 90 SBS with 350.5% stagger with Trained, Brutal, and Ferocious, and I would definitely be getting rid of Trained off of that. Now, that is all my guns that I did get this week out of the weekly HVT reset. And I did get one performance mod that was pretty good, a 7% turn health. Now, I didn't get anything else, no mods that was good or nothing like that. I did get a robust chest piece with 1937 armor, 1167 firearms, which is kind of on the low side, but you know it's only like 105 away from being max firearms roll, and it's got 16,316 health and 4% all resistance and 48% ammo capacity. Not too bad. I mean, you could roll a bit more on firearms if you didn't want that. If you know, it says increased armor while in cover by 10%. So you could roll your stamina, electronics, or roll anything. But I would keep the health, all resistance, and the ammo capacity, and roll one of the three. That's what I would do. We also got right here. We got a Deadeye Kneepad with 1565 armor. Now I would not have actually showed this off, but I felt like it was good enough to show off. Yes, it's like 100 or so under the max max armor on the knee pads, but I think that the stamina is pretty decent for this piece. You know, it's 1216, and the skill power is 12,188, and plus you got 31% disorient resistance, 13% damage to elites, and 31% shock resistance. So I kind of feel like this is a decent piece that I felt like this was good enough to show off. And I got a Firecrest knee pads at 1550. Once again, the reason why I did show this off, and I am, is because maybe the armor might not be up to par. It needs 100 or more to be maxed, or a little bit over, somewhere in that vicinity. But the stamina is 1246, so it's pretty decent roll on the stamina. And that combined with the armor is a pretty decent roll for a knee pad. And the all resistance is good, but I would more likely roll that out. Now we go to our backpack, and I got two backpacks this week. 1305 armor with its technical, and 1226 on stamina. And I would more likely roll out stability, and the 15% burn resistance, I'd more likely keep that. But the stability, I mean, if you wanted to keep that for like LMG, if you had an LMG build, you know, the stability would be something to keep. 1291 armor on this other backpack that's resourceful. It's the talent 1185 firearms, so it's 12,684 skill power, 15% bleed resistance. Now, as far as the reason why I'm telling you about this is because it's not far off from being the max armor, so that's what I would feel like it's a pretty good build. But more than likely, I might roll that into something else. It just depends what builds you have. The talent resourceful, all healing applied to you, is also applied to your skill object. So, I mean, it's just whatever you like to play. Another thing, you have gloves. I got defense gloves. Now, I got two pair of these, and one was LMG, and it was a good roll. But I kind of feel like with the defense, you're not worried about LMG, you know, because the main talent is about SMG. So the reason why I kept this is because it's a 979 armor. The max armor on gloves is 1001. The stamina is 1217, which is kind of on the low side, but you don't really have to worry about that because you've got almost 1,000 damage extra on the SMG damage, and the critical hit chance is 5.5%, which I think tops at a 6% off of gloves, and 16% critical hit damage, which tops out at a 17%. So you're losing 1% on the critical hit damage and a 0.5% on critical hit chance. You already got a good roll on SMG damage. So more than likely, being the defense gear set is more of a tanky build, I'd more than likely be going for the stamina so I could stay up more. But you could also go for firearms too. It could work either way. Now we have a Hunter's Faith gloves with this 996 armor, 1167 firearms, which is kind of on the low side. But you look at your major attributes, you're a percent off on critical hit chance of maxing it, 3% off on critical hit damage of maxing it. Plus, it's got 1184 on assault rifle damage. This is a fairly decent gloves, okay? So you could probably roll more firearms, or if you just want to get more out of it that way, or whichever, because um, right here, the hunter's face, hitting an enemy with a bullet grants you and your group temporary protection. The further your shot, the more protection. Each group member's protection disappears after getting hit by one hostile bullet. This gear set has not been built by me yet. I am in the process of trying to build it, which I more than likely will be keeping this piece just to help me on it. But I don't really feel like this gear set is like, it would, if I had to rank gear sets as far as useless, this would be probably on the bottom, next to the bottom, more than likely. I just feel like if you got an SMG and you're using this, you could put out a lot of protection on somebody. I don't even know if it stacks or anything, but I'm saying SMG, if you had an MP7 at 1,000 RPMs, you're hitting the enemies and you're hitting them like that, then you're protecting your people from that. I don't know how much protection you're giving them. It'd be something that I'd have to actually do a lot of study on and see what kind of percentage you would have to know what you're doing with and things like that, because it really doesn't give you a percentage. All right. And I do believe uh, we've got right here one last piece, Banshee Shadow holster. And it is 957 armor. I'm thinking that the holster tops is 1001, but I more likely may be wrong. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the highest I've seen it since they've rearranged all the armor. 1210 on firearms, 1249 on stamina, 1129 on electronics, which is on the low side. But you could keep your reload speed and push into electronics, or you could just go ahead and get rid of reload speed altogether. And it's not a horrible roll. It's a doable roll. But guys, other than that, that has been your weekly HVT reset and your rewards, my rewards actually. Some of these pieces I will be keeping. Some of these I will probably be just breaking down for materials or selling for money and things like that. It's just because I'm not going to use them. I've already got something better than them, but these are the pieces that did come out of this weekly HVT reset. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope that this actually drives you to do these each week. As you can see, in the past 3 weeks, I've gotten pretty good stuff. The first week wasn't great, but the next 2 weeks was pretty darn awesome. So, it's really good to do. I mean, everything you do in this game needs to count towards something, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a challenge, and I really do enjoy it. Other than that, guys, this has been Just Hit Square. Like, comment, subscribe. It really does help out my channel. I'll see you guys next time.